All right, Goose Chasers, welcome back to another episode of Goose Chasing. Happy Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whenever you're taking in this beautiful podcast. We appreciate you guys being with us. That's first and foremost, right, Dino?
It is. That is first and foremost.
We got Dino
Good to be.
back on the cast this week. We had our good buddy Johnny Utah on last week. Great conversation with him.
It was.
Appreciate him taking the time to do that. That was yeah, it was nice. It was good. I mean, I think we got to get more guests on here more readily as we expand our podcast reach. You know what I mean?
We do.
It's
Good
cool to
hearing. Good
talk.
hearing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool to talk to other peers in our space about their experience, like growing
In
their
our space.
business. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, because there's so many similarities. There's certainly some differences along the way, but it's not easy. It's especially in today's day and age, and cell phones shoot 4K, and there's just a lot of competition. There's a lot of saturation, I think, within this space. It's hard to differentiate yourself. So yeah, it's cool to hear other people's experiences and how they've paved their way, some of the trials and tribulations along the way, and there's Johnny's still here doing it. So it's cool to see that too.
It's definitely, you find that the people that are in this the longest, you got to love it. You
Yeah,
have to. I
you
mean,
do.
because it's, it's not a, it's a big industry, but it's not. Like in
Sure.
terms of other industries, it's kind of small. So, um, yeah, it's a grind. It's a grind, but
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, it's a grind, and I mean, like we were talking about last week, it's really all a fight for attention. And the amount of, you want the amount of hunters and outdoorsmen to be growing, although some people, I guess, in the hunting industry or in the hunting world don't want that. They want it all to themselves. So it's like there's such like a sticky kind of gray area there where it's like, what do you do or what do you not do to, you want to, obviously, from our side of things, like we want to promote, we want more people to get involved in the sport, because some of that is helping the partners that we have within, that are helping us, paying us, like, paying our bills and stuff like that too. So yeah, just a double-edged sword. And like, I don't know, I think for us, we've always wanted to promote it and enhance it in a way that, like, just showcased the values that it's brought us in our lives. And if other people choose to get involved in it after that, like, that's on them. But I mean, it's been a valuable asset to us. Obviously, that's why we're still here.
Still doing it.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of crazy shit going on in the world these days.
Good Lord, it was a crazy weekend.
It was a crazy, crazy weekend. Kind of, yeah. I don't know how we don't talk a little bit about it at least. I think it was a major turning point in American history, or I think that's what it will end up being for sure. Um, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, obviously the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump, and kind of sent shockwaves across the country, across the world. A lot of different speculations going on as to who was involved, how the person that tried to assassinate him even got into position, into the point of where he did, in doing what he did. And unfortunately, you know, uh, there was people injured. There's a father that lost his life, literally, protecting his family. I mean, dude, I was reading tweets this morning of his daughter, who essentially he died on her lap, saving her and her mom. I
It's
mean,
insane.
how gut wrenching that is. I don't really care what side you're on, but how when you think about that and whether it was a Trump supporter or a Biden supporter that lost their life, you know, as a bystander supporting the person that they have a God-given right as an American to support, no matter
Yeah.
who it is. They lost their life doing that because of the division in this country, I guess. And the obsession with power.
Yeah. And just the obsession of like not liking somebody. I know this stuff has happened in history before, and I don't when it did, I don't exactly know like what the exact division of the country felt like. It definitely felt different because there in those times there just wasn't social media. Um
Right.
and that seems like it's the main driving factor of like the severity of it, but there's definitely always been some division. I don't know. It just seems like it's gotten it's gotten to another level. Um, but yeah, regardless, the turning to violence, which seems like that's been a consistent decision in the past whatever 5 to 10 years, it just seems like there's better ways.
For sure. I mean, yeah, and I'm yeah, no, there's definitely better ways, and man, it's sad to see and hear the ignorance of some people that are saying they wish it would have happened, and um
It's insane.
they wish it would have happened, and kind of making a little bit of a mockery of it is it's heartbreaking, honestly.
Yeah,
It's heartbreaking
you got to
because
pray for those people. They're honestly, I don't even know. They have things going on in their own life, but mainly like so many people are just brainwashed. Literally, like
well, and it comes down to the hate that like the hate in that human's heart is so deep for one individual that it it like disrupts their cognitive thinking, you know?
yeah, and
It disrupts their cognitive thinking and
it's it's interesting too because so much of that hate is based is is based off of baseless and inaccurate like
information.
information. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
and a
100%.
lot of that
Skewed
information is
information.
a lot of that information is brought about by our own people and country because they have to try to get a leg up. Like these political campaigns and races are so insane now. It's how do I it's not what am I going to do for this country to make it better? It's let me just try to bash the other person to get a leg up. Like
Yeah.
even it's mind-boggling. So many, and it's pretty clear. Like again, I don't care who you support. What it's pretty clear, obviously, that Biden is not fit to run anymore. I don't care if
I
you
would
think
agree with
he is. I'm sorry. I don't think your mind is. I don't think you're
right.
thinking straight. You're not thinking logically. You're not. It's that's listen to him for say one thing.
No, I
Um.
think when you look sorry to interrupt, but when you look at like the severity of that job is
Yes.
essentially to protect all of us
Yeah.
in the free world.
Yeah.
That guy's doing it.
Yeah.
I
No.
don't know.
And
I don't like our
it's
chances.
that's coming like I'm saying that from like objectively.
Sure.
If someone I did support in the past got to that point, I would have to say, okay, I liked how he started and what he was, I guess his viewpoints or what his agenda was to start, but he's clearly not capable anymore. He's got to
Yeah, we get next man up.
got to move on. But it's so crazy. The people that are on that side, they have nothing positive to say about Joe Biden. The only thing that they say is negative about Trump.
Yeah,
So
which is
that's the problem. Like, tell me, tell me why he's gonna make it better. Don't tell me, don't
or
tell me a bunch of false crap about Trump. I don't need to hear that. Don't tell me why he's bad. Tell me why who you support is good,
right.
and
Or
I'll
find
listen.
somebody that or find
And I,
somebody that is.
and I yeah, and I'll listen. But I can't handle the people. It seems like 99. I don't even want to say 99%. It's 100% of that side's arguments are because Trump does this, because he does this. That's
Because he
all it is, and
says
I can't
this.
handle.
Yeah.
I just can't handle hearing all that. I can't handle it.
Yeah. It's
But and then from
it's
a
it's hard it's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine. And and we're living today as the situation played out, but it's hard to imagine a world the world that we would be living in if that bullet would have hit its mark.
oh yeah, would have
If that
horrifying,
if
horrifying.
that guy would have gotten murdered and assassinated on live TV in 2024, the world we'd be living in would be a far, far scarier place right now
Oh yeah,
than it is. Because I can tell you one thing, the people that back Trump wholeheartedly back him with passion that is unmatched compared to, like you said, the opposition, because
yeah.
the opposition is backing. I don't even know what
What they're
most of them
backing.
are backing other than hating on
Yeah. That was
the
kind of my point.
opposition.
Yeah,
But
that was kind of my point.
the people that are bleed red and bleed like and bleed make America great again, Donald Trump, like I don't know. I don't know. We'd be living in a scary, scary place. And I don't know that anybody has mentioned that or thought of that so much as kind of depicting what happened in the in the day of, and how did this dude get to this point and get with I mean that's mind-boggling to me. Like
Yeah,
in
and it's
today's day and age, and with the technology that we have, you're
yeah,
not fooling really anyone to say that the Secret Service fucked that up that bad. You just can't. I mean,
no,
you
it's
can't
insane.
you can't be
Honestly,
that naive to believe that. You
I was
can't.
I was talking to a buddy yesterday about this, and I'm like, given the setup of that scenario, there should have been a sniper on that
On
roof.
that roof.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
That's exactly what I said. Like, all
Yeah,
right,
it's
you're hearing all these ex snipers and ex, military or ex Secret Service members come out and talk about this. It's weeks, if not months in advance that they break down these areas and
yeah,
that they try to understand like pain points and just points of vulnerability. Not
yeah,
only invisibility of that, but like within like a
the
mile
area.
or
Yeah,
so of this.
yep,
And you've heard about like I've heard at least Trump rallies where it takes hours sometimes to get in, to get all the people into these things. Okay? So you can imagine that people are coming from all different angles and stuff like that, but the security just to get in as a patron has to be so intense because there's so many people.
yeah.
I mean, it's
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 mind-boggling.
insane.
I don't know if it's you wouldn't think, but it just how many years ago was the last time this happened? I don't Reagan.
That had to be the last time that
So I don't know how
that it
many.
happened.
But either way, it's like is it just cuz it hasn't happened in a long time and there's so many of these events throughout the year and it's not just for Trump, it's for one that's everyone
Dude,
that's a candidate or the president himself. You know,
campaigning or anything.
can't anyone
Yeah.
that's campaigning. Yeah, but so yeah, is it just did it get lax? I don't know.
But
I
even
don't know.
still, like, you got to think, okay, they got people on the ground surrounding this place and all, people that are Secret Service as a civilian and probably people that you don't. I mean, that's why it's called the Secret Service. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
people that are around that you don't know that they're somebody that is protecting the place, but they
yeah,
are.
yeah,
But that's on the ground. Like, we're finding people's deer with thermal drones as civilians. You're telling me that there's not multiple eyes in the sky surveying an area for anybody that's coming in from a weird angle or coming in alone or just
see
off
that
the
they have a
beaten
weapon.
path,
I mean,
and you can't be
obviously,
like, hey, somebody go check that guy out right over there. I
yeah.
mean,
And I don't know how much time lapse, but time by from when he got up there to when he, because it's got to be. It shouldn't have happened that close, but I can't imagine being like one of the snipers. You're a couple hundred yards away, and you have to make the quick decision. Like, do I just take this guy out? Like, what if it's just some random worker? Not that they should be up there, but
well, yeah, no, I agree with
what
that,
if it's
but
just
I
some
mean,
clueless? What if it's just some clueless person that is checking the? I don't even know. I'm just making
that's
shit up,
just,
but
I mean, you can't be that person. Like, that's
yeah,
just,
no, I
in my
know.
opinion, like, you got to know going to one of these things. Once again, it doesn't matter what side you're on, but you've got to know going to one of these things like, hey, roofs probably off limits.
Yeah, by
Especially if I'm going to
myself.
try and go up there by myself, probably going to
Yeah,
catch a bullet if I do that.
yeah,
So, yeah, but
yeah.
I
No,
agree.
it's insane.
Original, like what you said originally, like how was there not another sniper pair up on that roof, which it was like the second roof over.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, things are going to definitely change now, but like you said, this world could be a completely different place today
yes, it could be.
had that happen, and it would probably be a very scary place. But it just shows you how much that man is feared
Yeah,
from stopping the people that have power are the corruption and everything that's going on. They're just so scared that that's going to come to an end.
yeah, that's going to crazy lengths to
But what drives me nuts is it's like I don't know. Yeah, I can speak my piece and opinion on it all, but it's like the people that support Trump they're not even like the I don't even consider that group of people like bleeding red. They bleed red, white, and blue. Like
sure.
it's a love for the country.
That's very true.
it's not like a oh I got to be on this side because it's not about the
They want what's best for everybody.
yeah it is not about like one of the minor topics that the president believes in. It's not about like what his stance is on abortion or like what it is on Medicare or what it's that's not what these people are passionate about. Yes, there's certain things that they're thinking about, but these people, including myself, are patriots. They're Americans. They love the country, and I don't feel that on the other side. There's no patriotism on the other side. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I
I'm
could be wrong, but from what I'm just speaking what I observe. I don't see it.
well, it's patriotism and it's God, honestly. It's a
Yeah.
belief in a it's a belief or maybe a lack thereof in a higher power um and he, and Trump leads with that. He
Yeah,
leads
and I think that's
with
what
his faith. I mean,
yep.
he leads with his faith. He puts his faith in. And I'm not sitting here preaching the Bible because I'm not a churchgoer, you know what I mean? But I'm a very strong believer, and I respect my relationship with God, with the higher power. Like, and I feel like I have a strong relationship with him. I'm not a saint by any means. I'm a
Right.
sinner just
But
like we all are. But I think that yeah, the lack of like just a higher being or, kind of leading with that, I think that's part of it too. There's
well, I think
like
it just as a human it keeps some like values and morals in check.
in place, yeah. Like
Otherwise,
we can't just do what the fuck we want. We can't just be cats or, you know,
no, or you can't
like
if something happens that you don't agree with, you can't just go start destroying other people's property,
yeah,
rioting and throwing rocks through buildings. That's not the way to do this.
right.
That's not what you do.
No. No, you like
That's not like there's
everybody has a voice here, and I think that's where there's things that get lost in translation. Like everybody's got an opportunity to speak up, and everybody's opinions. I don't have to agree with them, but I don't need, yeah, like I just
you don't need violence to try to prove your point.
to try and prove it. No,
No.
no. I mean, just think about it, dude. Like it's so hypocritical to me, and we're getting a little bit political. We don't normally do that on here, so whatever. But this is also our fucking podcast, and it's our platform. And if you don't like it, then turn it off.
And it's
Like,
also just being a good like some of it is just
but
like
some of
I
this
said,
has to
just
be some of
values and
this.
morals.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
and
trying to
this
bash.
also like we would be doing any of our listeners a disservice if we didn't talk about it either. This is a
Huge
major
event.
event in
Huge event.
US history. Like
Yeah.
outside of 9/11, I don't know that another like in the US, I don't know another event that is even come close to this. COVID was a world thing.
Yeah.
COVID, the pandemic and all that shit, that was a world thing. So, like, whatever. But
This guy
this
doesn't
is
have to be doing this.
that's the
Like
craziest, dude.
and no and nobody does. Nobody does. But
Right. But
like
people choose this path from a young age, and they are
they're in
working their way
politics.
up the ladder in
Yeah.
politics with that in mind.
Yeah, and he's kind of completely taken that out because people over the last however many years have gotten sick of politics because they feel the corruption, they feel the BS in it, and he's been one to try to change that. But he doesn't. He's donating he last his first term he donates his salary to whatever he donates it to. Doesn't take the taxpayers' dollars. He genuinely cares about the country,
Yeah.
and that's what I like. That's what I
And then
like because I don't feel like some other people do.
well, for me, the social issues are kind of like tier 2 things
Especially right now, they are.
of importance. Like, I'm sorry,
Especially right now.
but sorry. Like, I don't give a shit. If you want to be gay, be gay. Like, you're not like if you want to fucking I don't know. Like, if you want
Yeah,
to
but either way,
just
those
some
issues are though like when the country has been in a better place, those issues are more like I used to sit down and you'd watch a debate and you genuinely like kind of you'd listen like I want to hear what both sides have to say. But
about Yeah, about
But
certain topics for sure.
this country is in such a mess that it needs a business mind because the money is just a free for all. Printing it and giving it away, like
The dollar is
there is zero logic. Zero logic. That's what makes me question mark a bunch of stuff. There's just zero logic to so many decisions that have been made in the last 4 years. There's they don't make any sense. But
well,
um
when it comes to our resources and the fact like we're all if you work a job in America, if you have your own business in America, whatever, you are you are giving back to this country in a now in a very in a large way based on
unfair way.
the I mean, we are taxed on the shit that we spend. We're taxed on the shit that we
They tax
buy.
the same
We're taxed
dollar so
when
many
we
times.
work. Yeah, we're taxed when we pay our own employees again.
It's
Like,
insane.
and then they're
It's
taxed
such
on the
it's
same fucking dollar.
it's such fraud on the other end. It's out of control.
It's
It is literally out of control. And
so
yeah, I think it should be a flat like and like I was thinking about this the other day too. The fact that they want like as you go up, like and Biden always says this. He's like, we gotta the wealthiest people need to pay their fair share. Exactly, their fair share.
right,
Fair is the same percentage for everybody. The
right.
amounts change because your
Hmm.
wealth changes. That's how they contribute more.
Yep.
Why are they paying 40% and other it doesn't make any freaking sense. Like let's make the incentive to boost the economy and grow business less.
Right. Yeah.
So dumb. Like
Let's make.
there's no logic there. You
But
can't
the
argue against that. There's zero logic
but
there.
well, there's no logic for the people. The logic is for the control of the people. Because let's make everybody sheep. Let's make everybody rely on us, and then we got everybody.
Well, yeah, they're just
It's
trying to make it a social or communist country.
but it is the country is a business. It is
Yeah, yeah,
and business requires good business requires integrity. Good business requires trust, honesty,
and
paying shit on time,
just a little bit of
make
management of money.
making some fucking money, like and good business is reliant on the people that are making your business a business, like
Yeah.
us. So if
You're exactly right, though. That is what the country is. However you want to say it, it's a business.
it's a
It's
fucking
it's a very
business,
simple math equation.
and if you don't
If the money going out is crazy higher than the money coming in,
right,
something is wrong.
right,
And sorry,
stop what you're doing.
the answer to bring in more money is not print.
Right. And also, I understand we have allies and shit like that that rely on us, but hey, if our shit gets to a certain point where we're overextending ourselves for other people, then you say, "Hey, guys, sorry, we got to get our shit together for a little bit first,
Yeah.
and then we can help you guys out again." But if we're not
We're going to
strong,
help you
then
within
you're
our
not
means.
strong.
Help
Right.
you within our means.
Right. Until we get this shit under
170
wraps.
$175 billion. Dude, that's I'm sorry, that's disgusting. I
But we're
I'm for
giving shit away.
I'm
We're
for
giving
helping them.
weapons away. We're giving money away.
Oh yeah,
We're gi
that was a whole nother with Afghanistan, the amount of weapons we gave to the enemy, which are now resurfacing on multiple occasions in other warfare and stuff like that. Good job.
with terrorism.
Yeah.
And you
So
guess where that's going to resurface with our borders that are wide the fuck open to anybody and anyone that wants to come in here. They're going to resurface right back here in America and be
yep.
probably used against us.
Yep.
It's just yeah, it's I don't
All
know.
that being said, I will say that the image of Trump with his fist up is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And
After he got shot.
I'm not I honestly, if Joe Biden got shot at in the ear and he did the same thing, I would have said that was fucking cool. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm I have objective mindset to this. It's not just I don't think about the hate. I think logic. It's common sense. Do these decisions make sense? Do they not? That's how I think. But if he would have done that, I would have said that was pretty cool too. But Trump, that was a I don't know. That's an iconic. It was an iconic moment. Could have been horrible, but yeah, I just thought that was a that image is that's going to be around for a long time.
Oh yeah, that it's going to be around for. Yeah, you're right. That was an. It's going to be once again. It's a pivotal point in American short history right now. But our kids and their kids, hopefully, the world's still around at that point. But like,
Yeah.
that's all going to be like learned about in school. Hopefully,
Yeah. Oh well,
unless
yeah.
they're
And you know what's honestly really scary to me? You hear this constantly. It's all like um, listening to the news a couple of days ago, and they were talking about like if Biden, like all these Democrats that want Biden to withdraw, because they're like they need someone that can beat Trump, you know. And I
yeah
was thinking about it. I'm like, it is insane that, and I'm this is on both sides, so it's not just like a one sided thing, but it's insane that is the thought process.
yeah.
It's not
We
like
need somebody that's going to make this country
yeah,
good.
it's not like who is gonna genuinely for the people make the country a better place. It's
Right.
who's gonna win so we can keep our power and push our agendas.
Well,
It's
and that's
insane,
where,
and they literally say that.
yeah,
There's no
yeah.
secrets.
No, I know.
They
Well,
literally
and
say that,
like
but people are so brainwashed that it just goes right over their head that they don't even think about like what these people are saying.
they're just like, yeah,
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 we gotta beat them. We gotta beat them.
but we don't even know why.
I don't even know
That
why we gotta beat them.
there was Amber Rose was on the Republican National Convention last night, and she's a rapper. I didn't even know who she was. I guess I heard the name before, but she was one of the speakers, and she
Yeah, I
said,
saw that.
"I drank the Kool-Aid during his first presidency. I hated Donald Trump. I thought he was a racist. I thought he was this. I thought he was that. The narrative that
They
everybody's
push.
pushing
Yep.
that doesn't like Trump is pushing. But then I did my research because my dad was a massive Trump supporter, and he said, I think you should
Just do
look
your
into this.
research.
Just do
Yeah.
your research." And now, less than 4 years later, well, probably 4 years later, she's speaking on behalf of this man that
Yeah.
she hated because she didn't. You don't know, but here's the
You just
thing:
read the narratives. That's all you
people
do.
don't know what they don't know. So if
No.
you're gonna just follow what you're fed, and that's on both sides. It's on
Oh,
both
100%.
sides
No, yeah, 100%.
because there's some extremist on the other side that it's like, all right, dude, like we don't need to hear any more knocks on Biden. Like you just observe, like watch him speak, watch him fall asleep, watch him fall
Yeah, I hate
downstairs, whatever. Like just
both
observe it for
sides.
your, yeah,
Yeah.
observe it for yourself, and you understand. You
Yeah,
can understand.
I can't handle like the blasting on the
Yeah,
other side
why?
from
Like
both sides. Like is that all you
why
why
bash this guy when you can just say this is what I'm gonna fucking do, and this is
because
what's gonna
yeah.
make this country better because of
Yep.
this.
No, it's I 100% agree. 100%
But it's
agree.
man, it's
But it's so crazy how many still to this day, even after a first term with Trump, you hear people say like, "Oh, I hate that man. He's a racist. He's like," you hear crazy shit like he's a rapist or something. I'm like, "What are you talking about?
yeah.
Where do you actually believe that?"
I mean, it has to do with whatever that Stormy Daniels, whatever. You're gonna believe some fucking porn star that's scum
Either
of the
way, it
earth
yeah,
over
and this was so long ago. It's just a complete obvious attempt to like let's just dig up dirt as much as we can
Yeah.
to bring somebody bring somebody
Once
down.
again, it's to bring somebody down so that your person can be in power, as opposed to why not just sell the reason why your person should be in power because they're doing a good fucking job.
Yeah.
Why not that?
And
But
unfortunately, like I'm not here to always bash on the other side because there's there's been other presidents that I didn't vote for that I maybe didn't agree with everything they did, but I'm like, okay, they did like the country was okay, like they did fine.
yeah, right.
But I just think most of these people, they're like, I think so many things that are done right now with this current administration are so bad that what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say that he did that he's? What are you
Well,
gonna
that's
support?
right. I think
So they have nothing
ultimately
else to do. There's nothing else to do but bash.
that's why it's going to the extreme that it's gone
That's why
to.
it's becoming such a
And
battle.
right. And and with the law, with literally trying to kill him. I mean, dude, did you see what Jack Black said?
Uh, no, I think I saw a clip of. No, I didn't see what he
Dude,
said, but
I think it was
how
like
ignorant is it?
it was one of his he's on tour right now. He's got the Tenacious D tour going on. And it was like one of his managers or something. It was his birthday. And he brought a cake out on stage and his manager and he sung like the whole crowd sung happy birthday to him. And the cake had candles on it that were lit. And he says, "Go blow out the candles and make a wish." And the guy literally goes, "I wish that bullet would have killed Trump," and blows the candles out. And
It's disgusting.
not only did he say that, but there were people in the crowd that started laughing and clapping at that.
Yeah, you are a
I'm sorry, you are a disgrace as a human being.
flawed individual.
You are a disgrace as a human being. Now, today it came out Jack Black canceled the rest of his tour. Done. And maybe he didn't do it, maybe somebody else did, but his publicist and his people after the fact, after they came off stage, had to have been like,
That was
"Are
not
you
good.
out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. Whoa. You're a public figure." Like,
So
not
he
only
said
that,
that.
I think it was his manager. I think he had the cake and he was holding it for like his manager.
Gotcha.
And but Jack Black has been known to
Yeah. Yeah.
not be
Yeah.
a Donald Trump hater,
Yeah.
big time. I already knew that, but I think it was his manager that, and he kind of like he like half whispered it, but it was in a microphone, so he was just like, "I wish that bullet would have just hit Donald Trump." And I'm just like,
Wow.
dude, you're first of all, the ignorance there is just through the roof. Number one. Number two, are you that stupid to not think 2 seconds before you open your fat ass mouth that that there's probably 10,000 people in the audience right now that are filming this shit?
Yeah.
Wow.
Poor choice of
Wow.
words. Thought they thought that would have been something cool to say.
I don't know, man. I just that type of ignorance, it's tough to comprehend. Like it is. It's tough to comprehend. You can dislike somebody, agree, disagree, whatever, and we all have opinions and we should be able to voice them and stuff like that, but like that's just taking it to a new level. I mean, outside of Trump running for president, he's still a dad, he's still a brother, he's still a husband, a father, a grandfather, like
Yeah.
probably an uncle.
Doesn't have to be doing this.
He's a human being, man. Like, how do you wish that on? I don't know. Shit's crazy. Shit's
They
crazy.
fear them for some reason, but so many of these Hollywood actors are not like they have a voice because they're known, but they are not the people to be
No.
promoting their thoughts and ideas because they're not very good. They're not very good.
Well, also, once again, getting back to America being a business, like, and they've done, all these actors and actresses have done well for themselves, but they're not running their own business. They've got people around them that are running their personal brand and their
Oh
business.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they've got a skill, they've got a talent or whatever that's taken them to a certain point, but they're not running their own business. So from that aspect, I guess they just don't get it or they don't understand it, but I don't know. Yeah, just weird. It's weird times. I like.
it's weird times, and it's what scares me is there's no like what's gonna create unity,
I know.
like
I
what's
know.
gonna do it because even if throughout the next whatever 6 months, whoever becomes president, if it's Trump, is it the best thing for the country? Yes, for sure. From a economy standpoint, and
Yeah,
from
maybe on
each
paper.
from
Yeah,
from everybody's living standpoint, but
the
all
reaction.
yeah, the reaction and all's like Democrats in this their first term literally for 4 years wasted all of taxpayers' dollars and just tried to impeach him. They did nothing. They literally did nothing for 4 years, but try to impeach that guy,
Yeah,
Trump. So
right,
that I'm saying the same. If he gets into president, the same sort of thing's gonna happen.
right.
They're gonna figure out just we got to just keep thinking of new ways to take him down. So I don't know I don't know what's gonna create unity. We need it.
Dude, the last and most unity that I've felt living the 36 years that I've been on my life was after 9/11, unfortunately, when we
Yeah,
lost 5,000 plus people to
and
terrorism and we
it,
had to unify.
yeah, and
Like, it
it's
was
just sad
attack on us as a human.
it's
But
sad
think about
that's what has to happen to unify.
right
We have to experience a tragic event or loss.
when a shit ton of people have to lose their lives. But think about this. What if that happened right now? What if what if something like that happened right now? Like, because and I was we were way younger then. I think I was in middle school or something, but so I didn't
Yeah, I don't
have
remember.
the comprehension or anything like that of if the country was already unified or what, like, knew who was running for president, knew who the president was at that point, but like, there's certain issues and stuff like that. You're growing up, you're learning still at that point. You
Yeah,
don't you don't know. So I don't really know what the state of the country was at that point, but I don't know. That would be scary. Like, would that just provoke our own like civil war or something? Like what,
I don't
because
know.
it's just, yeah, it's
It's seeming more and more like the political parties are becoming like a problem.
more
And
than
I
a
get it.
solution. Yeah.
Yeah, like I get why they needed to be there for checks and balances, but now it's almost like you either got to be on that team or this team, and there's no
Whatever
convert
one
like
you're on, the other
whatever
one's
one you're
like,
on, we hate you,
right.
or like I just don't agree with you,
Yeah.
and there's like no common ground anymore, and we need to figure out as a country how to get back to some sort of that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. If we want to still be a country, or the best country. And that's what
Yeah,
I think we take for granted. We're living in the free world. Like, there's a lot of other places around this world that don't get to have an opportunity to do what they love for work, or don't get an opportunity to go to school or get educated up until a certain point, or don't have an opportunity to have all of this food and like just nourishment at our fingertips, like don't have
Yeah.
the opportunity to be entertained by certain people and just all the freedoms that we have, that I think we take for granted on a daily basis, and we still have them.
Yeah.
We still have them, and other people in other countries don't. They're dictated by somebody. It's do what I say or die.
Yep.
And to some degrees, like that's think about living under those
Scary.
rules. Yeah, think about living under that. I mean, shit, we wouldn't tag and brag wouldn't exist. None of this shit would
No.
exist. We wouldn't be hunting for a living or being able to help other companies in the hunting world, promote their brands and get recognition and whatever. Like that
No.
wouldn't exist.
Nope.
Shooting your bow wouldn't exist. And I love shooting my bow.
Gosh, damn. Yeah, no. Need to figure out how to
We need to unify,
unify.
man.
We need to unify. Need to be proud. We need to fly a flag and be friggin' proud of it.
Yeah, be proud of living here. Be proud
I
of being
like.
from
I.
here,
d-
living here, and
I don't know
yeah,
if they still. I don't know if they still do it. I haven't been to like. I honestly haven't been to a professional sporting event in like a while. But we were talking like I just remember the Browns games. I don't know if they still do it, but they
they
used to
don't.
play. They don't do that anymore.
Mm-mm.
It's disgusting, honestly. But they used to play Proud to Be an American. They would have like a section of veterans, or maybe it was a fire department or police officers, whatever the case was. And people would be freaking cheering their asses off, probably the loudest the crowd would get throughout the day. And
Singing in
you,
unison.
the hair on the back of my neck would be standing up. You just had chills.
Yep.
Like, that was it was fun, and it was just a feeling you can't describe.
Because you're on the
As
best team in the world.
Yeah,
That's
and that's
why.
exactly what it
Because
felt.
you're
It
on the
felt like
best fucking team in the
for
world.
that 3 minutes that people sang that song, we were all like, nobody is stopping all of
Us.
us,
Right.
and we don't have that anymore. But
No, not
like,
even close.
explain to me why anybody should have stopped that. Why is all the stuff with the national anthem, that was the same way on a little bit of a different scale. That's more of like a formal version of that feel of an
Oh,
American
yeah.
feel, but you're acknowledging, you're celebrating, you're honoring the country, the people that fight for it, and that, I don't know, that
And
should
the
never go
reason that
away.
you're here getting to
The
play
reason
a
that
professional sport and watch it
Yeah,
with no scrutiny or no bad anything happening to you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
It was awesome,
that's
dude.
it was awesome.
They
That's
would
the kind of stuff we
fly
need to
like they would fly like Blue Angels, or they would fly like I don't know,
have
like
an American flag the
F-16s
size
over,
of have an American flag the size of the whole damn field.
just spread out, and everybody was like,
This
"Yeah,
is
we are proud to be
Yeah, we are proud to
Americans."
be Yeah, because this is the best damn country in the world.
Where at least we know we're free. Think about that. Free to say whatever we want, to do
I
most of
advise
whatever we want.
everyone should listen to that song because it doesn't matter what side you're on. If you are an American, if you call yourself an American, and you have any love for this country, listen to that song.
Mhm.
Listen to all the words. Think about it, and just feel it. If you
I
do,
agree.
if you are so ignorant that you don't want to listen to that song, you think you're part of the problem. Like, you don't love this country.
No,
You
you
don't
are
love what
part of the problem.
Yeah.
You are part of the problem. And
You
you know
don't love
what?
the
The door's
country
right
no
over
matter.
there. Don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out.
Yeah.
There's plenty other places you could go. You don't have to live here and bitch about it the entire time. You don't have to live
No.
here and bitch about it the entire
The
time.
the southern border's wide open.
Yeah,
Head
both
south.
ways.
Yep.
Yeah. Good luck. Don't stop till you hit water.
Oh boy.
But
Well,
yeah, I mean,
we didn't talk a lot about hunting today, but sometimes these conversations are important.
they
And I
are.
think that no matter what side you're on, you should at least you should have an objective view enough to just hear the other side. And if your only arguments are hate towards the other side, then you need to reevaluate your thought process. That's all.
And I don't care who you vote for or what your stance is, but if you don't exercise your right to vote and you open your mouth one time to complain, I'm going to turn and walk the other way
Yeah.
because you've got a voice, you've got a choice. Where we as Americans have the right to vote. And if you don't get out there and vote, then that's on you. You can't
Yep.
complain about shit.
No.
So I would encourage you all, like, do as Amber Rose did. Do your research. Don't
Do your
just vote to
research.
vote.
Don't even
Do
listen.
your
Don't listen to
research.
us. Don't listen to any.
Exactly.
Don't go on Facebook and look at what your buddy posted. Don't. Don't. Just do your
Just
research.
do your research on the people in front of you that you have the opportunities to vote for. And there's Joe Biden is on one side, Donald Trump is on another. There's third parties that you have the right to vote for.
Exactly.
Do your
Yep.
research on
Doesn't
them
have
too.
doesn't have to be one of them. Yeah.
Maybe you gravitate towards one of them. But I'm not here. Yeah, we're not here to sway your opinion one way or the other. We can talk about our own opinions because we have the God-given right to do that, just as we do to sling arrows at whitetails in the fall.
Just
But yeah,
I would just advise, no matter what you do, just be logical.
have a
This is
reason for it
just have a
outside
reason.
of the hate
Yeah,
for
exactly.
somebody else.
A good reason that makes sense. That's all. Just be logical. If
Yep.
and yeah,
And
we'll
good things will happen for all
yeah,
of us, really,
good things will happen. But if
because the
there's no
system will work.
logic, if there's no logic and it's all emotion, and then bad things are gonna happen.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget
Forget
the
the
men
men
who
who
died,
died,
who
who
gave
gave
that
that
right to
right to
me.
me,
I
and I'll
proudly
gladly
stand
stand
up.
up. That's all.
What?
Stand up
Next to you and
and
defend
defend
her
us
still
still today.
today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless
Bless
the
the
USA.
USA.
Yeah, baby. That was a good way to end it.
Yeah,
We'll see y'all next Wednesday.
it's gonna make my afternoon way better.